The Israel-Palestine conflict is a long, complex geopolitical one. It is among the oldest in modern history. It stems from competing national hopes, land disputes, and old grievances. These are between Jews and Arabs in Palestine, now partly Israel, partly the West Bank and Gaza Strip. Historical background. Zionism. In the late 19th century, a Jewish nationalist movement began. It aimed to establish a Jewish homeland in Palestine. This was in response to rising anti-Semitism in Europe. Ottoman rule. The region of Palestine was part of the Ottoman Empire until the end of World War I. It was predominantly Arab and Muslim, though a small Jewish population lived there. British Mandate. Balfour Declaration. During World War I, Britain issued the Balfour Declaration. It promised to support a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. It also acknowledged the rights of the existing non-Jewish communities. Increased Jewish immigration. After the war, under the British Mandate, Jewish immigration to Palestine increased dramatically, particularly due to persecution in Europe, leading to growing tensions between Jews and Arabs. Arab reactions. The Arab population resisted the growing Jewish presence, seeing it as a threat to their land and political aspirations. Several violent clashes occurred in the 1920s and 1932, including the Arab Revolt of 1936 to 1939, partition and the creation of Israel. Unpartition Plan. The United Nations proposed a plan to partition Palestine into two states, one Jewish and one Arab, with Jerusalem as an international city. Jews accepted the plan, but Arabs rejected it. On May 14, 1948, Israel declared independence. The next day, neighboring Arab states Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and Iraq invaded. The war resulted in Israel's victory and its expansion beyond the UN's proposed borders. Over 700,000 Palestinians fled or were expelled. This event is known as the Nakba. Armistice lines. The war ended with armistice agreements, leaving Israel in control of much of the territory. Jordan controlled the West Bank and East Jerusalem, and Egypt controlled Gaza. No Palestinian state was created. The 1967 Six-Day War and Occupation. Six-Day War. In June 1967, Israel fought Egypt, Jordan, and Syria. It captured the West Bank, Gaza, East Jerusalem, the Sinai Peninsula, and the Golan Heights. Israeli occupation. Israel began its military occupation of the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem. The establishment of settlements in the West Bank and East Jerusalem deepened the conflict. Palestinians viewed this as a violation of international law.